Hey, folks, welcome to the show.
My name's Gary.
I'm CJ.
And this is my brother's joint.
Ed,
Back
finally
again.
in the new digs, buddy.
He is alive and
Getting there.
Holy fuck.
Showing
Look like you're in
off
a
the
dungeon
most
right now.
Newfie looking comforter I've ever seen.
That is
Oh, I got to represent by.
very grandmother stitched a bunch of square piece of fabric together. Whatever
Loves
she had
it.
left down the old basket,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's where- you mean you can get comforters from other places?
I remember when,
You can
I thought you always got them from grandmother's house. I remember when that big thing was going on where they were like painting the squares and then stitching them together. Like my mom and Nan and everybody would all paint squares and then they'd all end up sewing one quilt out of it. Just like mom comes over, I'm like 14 years old and she's like, "We made you this quilt, look for your bedroom." And it's like got Daffy Duck and shit on it. I'm like, "Mom, I'm almost a grown fucking man here. I can't be sporting the Daffy Duck fucking quilt."
Wow.
God love her.
At the same time, as long as nobody came over.
I know, but then you forgot sometimes when you're having a friend over. And you know what?
Pull the comforter back and it's like, ooh, I forgot my Care Bear pillowcase is still on.
Yeah, not
Shit.
good. And it wasn't even about having girls over. It was worse if you had one of the boys over. And then they saw it. It was
When the boys come over, you had to make sure you had the Dukes of Hazzard pillowcase on.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. What'd you say, Ed?
I said if the boys come over, they never let you forget them.
No.
They go to school the next day and be like, boys. He wants to see what I saw.
Can you imagine the immediate text messages that would have went around if we had phones when we were kids?
It would have been terrible.
You'd have been tortured.
Social life destruction within moments.
Kids were ruthless when we were kids.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
still
Different now.
Do you think they're as ruthless as we were, Ed?
Oh, yeah, just in a different way.
They are. The only difference is they're not paying as close attention because they're always in their phones. Like, you take those phones away, and they'd still tear each other apart the same way.
Yeah.
Because when they notice, they still do the same shit.
You know, I think there was one difference when we were kids is that people were a little bit more weary of making fun because when we were kids, you get a poke in the fucking mouth if you made too much fun.
Yeah.
Or if you made fun of the wrong guy.
Somebody was going to give you a little, listen here.
You can't, nowadays kids get away with fucking murder because they say whatever they want and nobody gets a trimming for it. But when we were kids.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, if you lived in a small town and you knew everybody, you knew exactly who you could tear apart and say whatever the hell you wanted because they weren't going to fight back.
That's
for sure.
True.
But
the targets became very easy prey.
Yeah.
But Ed, there were times that you pushed that one kid too far and you get a dart in the lips too. I've seen that before.
Well, I was a quiet kid that was always getting tortured, and one day I was like, "Enough's enough," and I put one guy who was in the hospital. So
yeah, it's not. I'll tell you what. I'll give a fucking story today. By the way,
everybody's got their breaking point.
I went out for a run today.
Oh, is this bone picking time from brother?
Oh yeah. I got a bone to fucking pick.
Started bone picking.
I went out for a run. I finished my 5K, and I was about half a kilometer from the house. So I'm walking, trying to catch my breath or whatever, and this fat fuck sitting on a bench smashing a donut. And yeah, I don't care if you call me fat shaming. I don't give a fuck because this guy's an asshole. He was like, "Hey, you piece of shit, why don't you put on a mask?" Now, you have to understand, we're under a strict lockdown order here.
Yeah, you guys are, yeah.
I don't abide by not going outside rules. I don't care. Like, I'll wear the mask in department stores and shit, but you're not locking me in my house. So anyway, he goes, "Hey, put on a mask, you piece of shit." And I was like, "Why don't you stop eating that fucking donut and have a salad? What do you think of that shit? Maybe you'd be okay. Maybe you wouldn't die from it when you got it."
Hold on. You're outside going for a run. And
nowhere near these people.
He expected you to wear a mask.
Mm.
Oh, okay. So he's probably one of those I see around here that's in the car by himself with his mask on, driving down the highway.
Bro, I would be running down the bike lane and people on the sidewalk as I was coming towards them would put a mask over their face. That's how scared everybody is because of this nonsense fear-mongering shit.
Mass paranoia now.
I'm telling you right now, I wish he would have got up off that bench.
Which, it's kind of
straighten
funny.
that shit out.
All this seemed to really coincide with all the gun rule bans coming out, and
It's kind of weird, isn't it?
take away all our defensive weapons, and then you're gonna come in and
They're cracking down on that in the States now too.
So
Yeah.
Trying to pass a bunch of new stuff.
almost every police force in the province has said we won't enforce asking people why they're out of their homes, like stopping people. And they're like, we're not going to enforce these rules.
Well,
you have a right to leave your house, just not.
Man,
Will
I
be a
read
lot of
I
people
read
say.
I read the Constitution yesterday, and you can't. I mean, I know we're not Americans, but it's right in our Constitution. You can't bury somebody in their house.
No.
It's fucking crazy.
Well, I mean, not only that. I mean, as soon as you leave the house, you're just walking down the road, mind your own business. Cops start stopping you. Like, next thing you know, it's going to be like, "Where's your papers?" It's like, "Holy shit, Nazi Germany!"
Yeah, exactly. Right? What are we doing here?
That's not going to happen.
Yeah. No.
Mrs.
The
Peppers.
The cops themselves know that that's not going to go down well.
When the boys asked me the other day, like, "What are you going to do if you're running through the park?" and they stop you?
Holy moly, brother, froze.
What's going on?
Yeah, I stopped hearing them.
There he is.
There we go. Everything okay?
Get a
You're
word
back.
of that.
What is going
Anyway,
on?
start your sentence over, brother.
Anyway, somebody asked me the other day, like, when you're running through the park, if a cop tries to stop you, I was like, what is he going to do? If you can catch me, you can stop me. There's probably not many of those cops that can keep up, so good luck.
Well, for starters, they got 70 pounds worth of gear on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be in shorts and running shoes, so.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them try that down here in Newfoundland. Just start bushwhacking through the trees. Good luck. Their utility belt there will be hooking on every branch.
Listen to me. There's nothing worse than bushwhacking in Newfoundland.
That's why I said it. Nobody's chasing you through the
Got you, brother.
That's the forest in Newfoundland.
I got you, man.
You can't walk through that.
No,
and
you got to push.
Always wet.
Oh,
it's soaked.
It could be 40 degrees for a week, and if you walk through the bush, you'll come out soaked.
Yeah, because it's so dense, the sun never reaches those
Some of it, yeah.
Never dries out.
No.
Ever.
Me and brother knows that all too well.
But how many times we soak from the waist down at least?
Well, I always just
guaranteed.
revert back to that one case of me and you.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was
Getting lost.
Yeah. That was out of hand anyway.
Oh, my. That was terrible. That was right at the beginning of our outdoor experience, though. So, I can't really fault us too much for that. We did get a little bit over our heads and being lost, too. We kind of, needed to just slow the fuck down.
Yeah. We just need to think it. But, I mean, even professional hunters get lost, man.
Absolutely.
Some of the best guides in the world
have
gotten lost. Happens.
Sure does.
No big deal.
You can get lost in a cornfield pretty easy.
Super easy.
It's so
if it's
easy
tall
to
enough.
lose your bearings, man. You're disoriented. Very simple.
Yeah. So Ed had the move go anyway. Good or what?
Well, still in the process. We're done with the old place, but you know what it's like. Even after you have everything over to the new place, you're still taking crap out of boxes. For
it's misery
a week
for months,
or so, right? Oh yeah. Don't
be
get me
me.
wrong. We got a lot done, but there's still quite a few things left.
I fucking hate it.
I literally only got the camera and everything on the go here, a half hour ago, maybe an hour ago.
That's fucking crazy.
I finally found it in the bottom of a box.
It's too much, man. It's just moving is one of those things that you should do as little as possible.
Well, you hope to.
You hope to. That's great.
Yeah.
Seems
I remember
never stop.
When I bought my first house, everybody's like, "Oh, just buy a starter home," and I was like, "I'm not buying a fucking starter home. I'm buying a house.
Just means you're gonna have to move into another house later on anyway.
I don't want to do that."
What I call a starter home is a big house that's enough room for plenty of kids, and then when you're ready to retire, you downsize. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then you got all that cash, all that equity in that big house. So then when you're retiring, you're going moving that little bungalow. You retire off what's left over, right?
Yeah. If not, just buy a small condo.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to shovel any driveways then.
Buy a mini. Minis are the way.
Those mini homes?
Oh, I love them.
Well, that's
They're so
what I'm in
small,
now.
though, brother.
No, they're not, man.
They're not as small as you think, man.
Well, I guess
those 3-bedroom mini homes.
That's
man,
what I'm in right now, a 3-bedroom.
They're nice.
I mean, I got you should see the size of my closet. I got an ensuite, like 2 bathrooms with 2 showers.
Yeah, but you're not in a mini home, Ed.
Yes, he is.
I am.
Really?
That's what I moved into, a mini home.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're wicked now, man.
Oh, I must be thinking of something different.
Either.
You unless you're thinking about the smaller mobile homes.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, mini homes are made in a factory, but they're still designed in such a way they can be transported easily on the back of a truck.
Right. Yeah.
So they're wider and much longer than a traditional trailer home. You know?
Yeah, the actual mobile homes are a max of 16 feet wide.
Yeah.
Mini homes can be double wide very easily.
Yeah. I got you. Okay. Yeah, we were thinking of something different. I was thinking of like those mini trailers that they build on.
Living in a trailer park.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking about those mini homes that they build on TV all the time now.
Oh, like
the
a
portable
tiny
ones. Yeah. Tiny home. Yeah, that's what they're called.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They do some pretty cool shit with those, though.
You're friggin' right, man. Some of those trailers,
they look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
no
there's
complaints
lots of
about how
people
they
doing
look.
it now. They're just buying a little piece of land and.
Oh, that's like somebody would buy a little cheap piece of land in the middle of nowhere, get a couple of shipping containers for cheap, beat up ones, and turn it into a ridiculous pad.
Oh, yeah. And they come out seriously nice. Like, really, really
I've been
nice.
impressed. Some of the ones I've seen built is just phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's like
top quality.
Because they use like real good materials and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
well, and it's very structurally sound. And you can put your walls wherever.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
And I mean, I tell you, they'd be great for hunting.
Whew. Yeah. Just get a 20-foot sea can. You know what we need? We need to get one of those 20-foot office trailers.
Yeah.
Oh, they're handy. Yeah. I know what ones you're talking about. Yeah, we used to use them for mobile offices all the time.
Yeah. Easy to tow.
Yeah.
Robust. Put a stove in them, no sweat.
Yeah.
Talk about a mobile cabin. I mean,
right?
And
that's literally a mobile cabin.
They're not even like that. You can get them an all right size for using it for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to need something for like hunting up north.
Yeah. See, this is why I want a regular cab long box. So then I can get, even though I'm not a huge fan of them, but if you can get the one that has the collapsible top.
Oh, yeah.
Wind it up and down. Get the in-the-bed camper.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
I don't like them when they don't come down because then there's a lot of weight up really high.
Yeah, I know.
It's not trustworthy to me.
You want like a camper trailer, really, is what you want. Like,
well, what I really want is a fucking Sprinter van that's also that is a camper. That's what I really want. That'd be good too. Yeah, the Sprinter van conversions, man, they're fucking amazing. Get that in a 4-wheel drive chassis.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, anyway,
yeah, I've seen a couple of them done up for like expedition type work.
Yeah,
where they're
amazing.
They're basically as high as a 4x4 truck off the ground. They got the bigger knobbier tires. They do have the all-wheel drive system in them, and like they're done inside.
Yeah,
right. They're nice. And we could easily turn a Sprinter van into a mobile podcast.
Oh, for sure, easily.
Yeah.
Ed, we got some banging ideas for the show.
Huge.
Once we get to the point where we can, but like some real cool ones.
Yeah.
And we're gonna need you on board.
Oh yeah.
I think.
Well, that's it. Now I'm almost settled in here, so
it's gonna take a lot of us, actually.
Yeah. A village worth of hours, anyway.
Well, is there anything you can talk about on the show right now, or is this?
No, we want to keep it. We'll talk about it after the show.
Yeah,
we'll fill you in, but we want to kind of keep it as a surprise, just in case, because I mean, it might be a long time before we ever get to that point.
Oh yeah,
but
just know, folks, we're looking forward to the future.
Yeah,
big plans are coming. Yeah. Just stay with us, stay on board, keep hitting the like button.
Yeah, they're gonna be
tell
real
your
cool
friends.
shows, though. Really cool.
Banging.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to my internet back there.
I don't know. It's weird. Just a little momentary.
Just dropped out altogether.
Had a little seizure, and then you were right back to it.
Fucking weird.
It's all good. So, isn't tonight the Askren fighting some guy?
Yeah. That's basically, that's what it comes down to. Yeah, I was trying to find it there then on the pay-per-view, but I haven't seen it yet. I got the UFC fights on right now. But yeah, Ben Askren fights Logan Paul tonight. Or not Logan Paul, his brother, Jake Paul.
Right.
I don't know, man. I was watching him again. I was watching him hit pads again and stuff. And, I mean, they both kind of look pretty good, but everybody's a champion on the pads, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, it's real easy to make a guy look like a superstar smacking pads.
As long as he's got a little bit of speed, he can look amazing.
You can make guys look pretty good, yeah. Or hitting a bag. Like,
yeah.
If you got a bit of power and a bit of speed, like, you can look pretty formidable on pads and bags. But I don't know. I just don't think he's been tested, man. Like, you got Ben Askren, who's fought in the UFC, world-class wrestler.
Yeah.
I know they're having a boxing match, but the point is like, he's been in adversity.
He's still got the mindset.
Yeah, like, he's got that warrior mindset. I'm sure Jake Paul has some sort of drive too. I mean, he works out like an animal. He looks to be in good shape, but I just don't know if he has that instinct, like, and the fortitude.
Yeah.
It's fighting's a weird thing, man.
It is, man. And even just the chin has a whole lot to do with it.
Oh, dude, if you're tough, if you got a tough chin, you can get through a lot of guys.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, look at the Rocky movies. Those whole series of movies is basically not about how hard Rocky can hit. It's the fact that he just keeps getting completely
bell rung,
annihilated, and he just keeps getting up.
Yeah. But you take like Floyd Mayweather, like he had a great chin. I know he didn't have a lot of stellar knockouts or anything. Like, well, he had a nice few, but I don't know, man. Like, he had a good chin. And Stipe Miocic, the former heavyweight champ in the UFC, he just lost to Francis Ngannou, but he's got one of those chins, man, like ironclad.
You got to. If you're going to be the champ, like, you got to.
Speaking of that, I got an eye blew it, by the way.
Oh, you blew eye.
Francis Ngannou is not 6'7", he's 6'5", and he's not 265. He's 250 pounds.
Oh, wow.
But anyway, just for the record, but still a giant man.
Yeah.
Very
I was about to say those numbers aren't that far off.
I feel like the 15 pounds is irrelevant once you hit 240.
Well, that's like even the difference between 6'5" and 6'7". Like, at all of our heights, even me, it's just like, okay, yeah.
So you're still even taller.
Yeah.
Because even at 6 foot, even me at 6 foot tall, like 6'5", whoa.
That's a big
boy.
Well,
I mean, I come up next to Tyler, and Tyler's only 3 inches off a foot taller than me.
So Ruba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I walk up to Ruba, and he is a full head above me.
He's tall.
He's 6'3". Yeah. That's tall.
Yeah.
I thought he was only 6'2", because he's only a little bit taller than me.
Well, either way.
Yeah.
What are you at, 6'1"?
What? No, I'm just 6 foot.
Oh, okay, 6 foot.
A little bit, but I mean, 2 or 3 inches. That's still pretty close. So
what's the average height for white dudes?
Like 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah, 5'7", 5'8", around there.
So I'm literally
Basically,
average.
Yeah, basically, Chris, you're average height.
Yeah.
I'm average everything, eh? Just average height, average weight, average bird size. Right-handed.
Some lip you got on you, though.
Yeah, that it, isn't it?
There's a Newfie saying for you, folks. When you say to somebody, "There's some lip you got on you," that means, what a moat that you got to be saying words like that. You kisses your mother with that moat?
Got some moat on you. I got some lips on you. Oh, we were coming up with Newfie sayings for, you got any? Like, what did you always hear? Well, I guess your parents spoke pretty, like, proper English, hey?
Well, until Mom got upset, and then all of a sudden I couldn't even keep up with her.
Yeah. But do you have any, like...
I wish I could remember the full tangent, because it'd be like, down Longshore picking up crap. If you don't get your ass in this house right now, and she just rhyme it right out. I'm like,
what'd you say at first? Down the Longshore? Is that what you said?
Down Longshore, picking up crop. I thought she was... I couldn't pick
down on the shore.
Or down on the shore.
Down along the shore. Holy fuck, man.
But she used to rhyme it out right quick. I'd be like, what? What'd she just say?
I wish
all I knew was I had to get my ass in that house.
Here is a great Newfie statement. Newfie saying, And it definitely applies to anybody who's got any bit of gearhead in them, like all of us do.
Yeah.
Normally, this is preceded by a brap sound or a wow type sound.
Yeah.
And then the Newfie in the corner gives you a little elbow nudge and goes, "Oh, boss, you wouldn't go on, I know."
You wouldn't go on, I know. Yeah.
Not going
Which
on
in translation that means they were
Holy
going very
fuck, that
fast.
was fast.
Yeah, they were going fast. Yeah. It's well, I had a good one too, and I can't remember it now, but it'll come to me anyway through the
You
show.
got to write this stuff down, bro.
I know, brother.
What I also laugh is that, like, a lot of times Newfies will just put shore at the end of stuff. Like, you know, even down the States, they'd be like, they're hauling. But down here, it'd be like, sure, they're hauling, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. I do it all the time. I put sure in front of everything.
Yeah.
Sure goes
or
with
behind
everything,
it.
Yeah.
I'm like, sure, what's wrong with you? And
Just gives a little bit of added embellishment.
You don't need the shore at all. But you're just like,
No.
sure, what's wrong with you?
But as soon as you put that there, it's Newfie. I don't know what it is. It's just,
And it just makes it feel that little bit sweeter.
yeah.
It's
like you have a little bit more empathy for what's going on. Like, sure, what's going on?
I think it's
Instead of what's going on.
like takes the edge off of things. Like if somebody does something silly and you go, "What's wrong with you?" It sounds a lot more aggressive or like you're being an asshole. But if
Much
you go,
more
sure,
confrontational.
if you go, "Sure, what's wrong with you?" It sounds like you're
a little
fucking
more
around.
silly, right?
Yeah,
a little more. Hey man, what's up?
I think that's where it's probably stems from.
Probably.
Oh, more than likely, because that's the way every Newfie gets along anyway. No matter how big of an idiot the other guy is. It's like,
especially
what's wrong with you, sure?
Yeah, or especially on the East Coast over there.
Oh, yeah.
Like they say it way more than we do on the West Coast.
Yeah,
for sure. Of
See,
Newfoundland,
that's because I lived half the time on the East, half the time on the West. That's why.
That's true.
Towny talk is so unique, man.
It is.
Towny talk is different, yeah.
What I found amazing is I was talking to this guy up in Ireland one time at the capital, Dublin, and when he answered the phone, or when I answered the phone, I didn't know where he was to at the time, and I just happened to. I was like, you happen to be out in St. John's?" He said, "St. John's? What do you mean?" I was like, "St. John's, Newfoundland." He was like, "No, I'm calling from Dublin, Ireland." I was like, "Oh man, it sounds just like a townie."
Same thing.
Just like a townie.
Unreal. It sounded just like.
There's a lot of Irish influence in St. John's.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a reason why we all like potatoes.
There is a reason why everybody likes potatoes.
Did I mention my father was from St. John's and he was 100% Irish?
Yes. Very much.
I'm surprised, Ed. I got my beard all cut off and you haven't said a thing.
I know.
I seen the pictures on WhatsApp. And conversation.
He's all trimmed up, sure.
I can't do it, man.
I still tries to keep up on the WhatsApp. I just usually can't comment because I'm usually facing eyes and something there to move. But
I can't fucking handle it with the mask.
No, man.
I can't. The only way I can think of to get around getting my beard super fucked up from the mask is if I get one of those bandana things.
Yeah.
That you just pull up.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I was almost thinking of getting a balaclava.
Oh, brother. I got one of those gaiters like you're talking about.
Yeah.
But, fuck, you imagine wearing a balaclava, butter? You sweat to death, man. You've nothing left to you.
But at that point, just put on a ski mask.
Well, it's funny, right? Like, you're always told your whole life when every time you walk into a store, take your sunglasses off, make sure you uncover your face, you got to take off that scarf. Yeah. Now you walks in, you got to have everything covered. And, you might as well be an Afghani woman trying to walk in the store. Like,
the same idea. Might as well put on.
Right? Just walk in with two slits for eyes.
Yeah.
I'm very curious on how long people are going to put up with this bullshit.
We'll see.
I can't see it being.
Oh, Chris, I was listening to this. I think it was Open Line there the other day.
No.
And there was a guy who moved from Ontario.
Yeah.
And
he moved where? To or from?
To Newfoundland from Ontario.
Okay.
Believe it or not, he actually had a job opportunity in Newfoundland. But anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So
there's a couple.
He's basically saying how people aren't going to put up with this forever. I mean, people got to get used to the fact that the coronavirus, where it is related to like the flu and everything else, it's never going to go away. It's going to be around forever. So this at some point, all this silliness has to stop.
Yeah.
Right. We have to go back to normal. We can't live like this forever. Like at what point do they say, okay, all the restrictions are off? Like there has to be a point, right?
Yeah. I don't think they want to.
He was making comments about how it should happen soon. I mean, he was talking about the economy in Newfoundland and how many people are struggling as a result, blah, blah, blah. And as soon as he got off, every caller that called after that, freaking right out at his point of view.
Really?
And, oh, yeah.
Like, they don't want things to open.
Well, you got to remember, the majority of people in Newfoundland are old.
Yeah,
it's an aging population. Yes,
it's a very aging population, and that's most of the people that were calling in were old, past middle age, and they were getting very upset because, I mean, to them, this is a much bigger risk than the people like us, which I get, but at the same time, you can't cripple the entire economy.
No,
if you're scared, you stay home, you wear a mask, that's fine, but I shouldn't have to do it.
In all of human history, whenever there's been a pandemic or an outbreak of some fucking deadly disease, we've always quarantined the sick, not the healthy.
That's right.
We're doing the reverse this time.
Yeah. Quarantine everybody.
Look how well it's working.
That's what I said. I was like, Doug Ford comes on the... Listen, Doug, stop fucking up, okay? He comes on the news and he goes, we're stricter lockdowns, more restrictions, blah, 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 blah. And you look at it and you go, you had 2,000 cases before you locked down 3 weeks ago. Now you're going to lock down even more because you're at 4,000. So your lockdown didn't work.
Exactly.
So what's your plan? Double down on your lockdown. But it doubled but your cases doubled the first time.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you one group of people who are fucking making huge out of this. Any moving company.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you now, for me to get the trailer from here to there, is $70 for 5 days. To get one from Ontario to here, 4,000.
Because nobody's coming that way.
No.
Or nobody's coming this way,
nobody's going to Ontario. So there's almost no trailers there. So if somebody in Ontario wants to rent a trailer, some other province of U-Haul has to get it shipped in so that they can use it. It's unbelievable the money they're making.
I think that's fucking hilarious.
And
people are in droves just going out into the country more and more and more.
Yep. You think of all those luxury apartments that are downtown that are going to be empty.
Listen, I've always said
it's not going to be that expensive anymore.
It's better to live in the country.
Oh, absolutely.
Like 100%. Like don't get me wrong. There's something to be said for spending a few years living in the city, downtown.
Yeah, it's a good experience.
But when you're ready to put down a set of roots, in a fucking condo building is not the way.
No.
I don't think.
I don't see the point of living in a city, period.
Your kids are better off in a small town or on the outskirts of a big city in a small town.
Yeah.
Where people are fucking normal. There's not crazy fucking homeless people walking up and down the street threatening you all day long. You know what I mean?
I don't see the appeal of living in a city regardless of your situation because it's just too damn expensive compared to living just outside the city.
Yeah, no.
And my point is, I mean, think about it. Living in Newfoundland, we're used to having to drive at least an hour to go grocery shopping half the time, most airport communities. So, I mean, living an hour outside of a big city, we're only an hour away from Toronto. Sure, that's close.
Well, I live downtown Guelph, and I mean downtown Guelph.
Yeah.
And it is great because when things are open. So if you want to go down to the bar or you want to go hop a couple bars and have a few drinks, it's fucking wonderful because you can walk home. You're literally like any bar that I go to down here, I'm literally like 200 feet from my door.
Yeah.
Which is sweet. But it comes with a lot of drawbacks too, for sure.
Yeah.
You got storage space, downtown noise, homeless people, all that shit. But I'm just saying, the cost of living, but I'm just saying that it is nice to experience for a year or two. But I wouldn't want to like raise a family down here.
No. But that's it.
That'd be shitty.
Most people usually end up experiencing that, like when they go to college or university in their early 20s anyway, because usually they're living in a city during that time.
Yeah, but that's what I mean by living like just a few years. But if you're an investment banker in Toronto, you have to live downtown.
Oh, you do.
Otherwise, you got to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get there.
Oh, there are jobs where you basically have to live close.
Yeah, you live above your work, basically.
Yeah,
more or less.
I could do that if I had my own business.
yeah, for sure. I could do it too if I had enough storage.
Sure.
Of course, if you're good but that's the thing. If you're good at an investment banker, you might live downtown close to the office, but
you got a cottage, kid.
Yeah, I was about to say when you're not working, you're out in the woods.
Yeah.
You're out in the cottage. You're out enjoying your time off.
It's more comfortable out there. Like
it's a slower pace. You can actually take your time.
When we go to Jess's mom's or her dad's, I feel super peaceful.
Yeah, of course you do.
Because you're in the wood. Like, it reminds me of home.
They're out in the country, are they?
Yeah, they're out in the country. They're about an hour from Guelph.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Right? Mm. And scenery's great. They don't have... You can't hit the next house with a rock. You can't even see the next house when you're at that house. It's perfect. It's great. The only thing around you is a horse.
Nay.
And they're hilarious. So, let's watch them chase each other.
It's amazing how powerful they are. Fuck.
Oh my God. I got a friend of mine that I went to high school with,
muscle.
scared to death of horses. He is.
There's a lot of people actually that are scared of horses.
I'm not scared. I am weary just because I haven't been around them that much. I'm not nervous. The only time I'm nervous is when I'm behind them.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've been around them enough that I'm not scared of them. But I don't like being behind them.
I'm not at all.
Yeah.
If I'm in front of them or next to them, I'm not any amount nervous at all.
Whereas
when I walk behind one, I take a wide berth.
The guy I went to high school with, he don't even want to be in front of him because when he was about 7 years old, he was sitting on a fence trying to get a horse to come close to him. Because there was a little horse like in his little community. So he brought down a carrot just specifically to feed this horse. Jumped up on the fence. He was sitting on the fence. The horse came over, nibbled on the carrot. When the carrot was gone, grabbed him by the nipple and picked him up off the fence with his teeth.
Ow.
Yeah. So he's been scared to death of horses ever since. Yeah.
No shit.
Don't like him. Don't like
horse. Those teeth are huge.
Bit him right on the nipple. Picked them off.
That's like when the old man pinches you under the armpit there.
Oh.
That'd be just what that's what I'm gonna call that from now on. That's a horse bite.
You ever get him to get you right there too?
No, I stays away from him when he gets into pressure point mood.
Oh, it's so bad when he gets in
Jesus
that
Christ, I hate when he gets like that. He just wants to drill him.
I could drink you now and just go the fuck out of it.
It's just hard because he got the biggest old kind of smile on when he's doing it.
Oh, yeah. He's only fucking around, but he doesn't know how strong he is, see?
Oh, man.
He doesn't realize you're like...
That grip strength he got is unbelievable.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's like a gorilla.
It's something bionical.
When he gets a hold of you, he's just like, what the fuck is going on here?
His fingers are like a pit bull's mouth. Just clamps on.
Very strange when you get the feeling when somebody like that grabs you and you realize, you're like, oh shit.
I can't get out
I'm
of this.
fucked. Like, I remember wrestling in high school and then like me and the old man wrestling around a little bit. And I remember him like getting a hold of me. And I remember going, oh my God, like I'm fucking helpless. Like there's nothing I'm doing here. This is over. Like, I'm just in his hands, and I'm like, fuck me. So strong. And you're like, Jesus. I'm like, what has happened? Like, am I going to be strong like this one day?
That's good for the soul, though.
He's like, maybe.
Yeah. If you make it that far.
He's like, maybe. I don't know. Probably. I'm like, okay. It is good for you, though. You're right, brother. It's good to be humbled like that.
Yes, every now and then your brain needs a good fucking check of itself to realize, like, hey, I'm not as amazing as I may think.
Well, then, and the other thing is too, it also drives you because I was like, well, if he's that strong, that means there's other people that strong.
Yeah.
And that means I'm also fucked against those people. Which means
I
need to get strong. Because
that's the problem with consciousness.
Fucked.
in our own consciousness, we are the center of our own universe. So we got to be reminded we're not the center of the universe, though.
Yeah,
that's right.
So sometimes it's nice to be humbled and you realize like you're just one small little piece of the puzzle.
I try to stay as humble as possible when it comes to stuff like that. Like I'm like, all right, like you're just a squishy bag of blood and bones, pal.
Yeah,
don't forget that shit, right? Because like lions and
Captain
tigers
America.
and shit, like they're built to fucking
eat
end you. Yeah,
nature is not a fucking kind. Like no. Mm-mm.
You ever see a full-grown lion close?
Oh,
yeah, I've been to the African lion safari, bro. They're
insane,
giant.
Insane, yeah.
They're huge.
It's TV. Tigers are fucking big too. They don't.
Tigers are worse to deal with than
they don't
lions.
do them justice on TV. On how big.
You can't tell the size until you see them. In real life.
See them walking
when
along,
they walk,
and it's just
all the muscles.
Yeah,
it's you're like. Ooh.
And that's the crazy thing about the African lion safari up in Ontario, because I went there when I was a kid too.
Yeah,
the fact that you drive through their enclosure and they can come right up to your vehicle and you get to see them up close and personal, right?
Yeah,
I remember we almost got kicked out because Mom kept putting the window down because she was like, "Yep, the windows are smeared. I can't get a good picture." And it's like, it's a lion. She's like,
saliva on the window.
She was like, trust me, if it came at me, I'd be scared enough to put that window up right quick. And he's like, you'd be surprised how fast they move. She was like, you'd be surprised how fast I move. Like the zebra truck was like at the verge of like, get out, right? She was like, okay, fine, put the window up.
Your typical Newfie mom, right?
Don't worry, you won't come after me. No. That nice old kitty, that's not going to bother me.
In the African lion safari, in the lion's den, putting the window down, trying to get a picture because the fucking windows are steamed up. Go on, sure, lie down. He's not going to hurt fuck all.
He comes at me, I'm going to swat him with me purse. He'll fuck off then.
He's talking to.
He's far enough away. I can get the window up in time. And the guys driving that zebra truck, that's what I call it, because it was put like a zebra. They were like, you'd be surprised how fast that cat can move. And she was like, you'd be surprised how fast my arm moves if it runs at me. Yeah, well,
imagine that thing getting in the car. Just
that would not be present.
That'd be pretty scary.
The funny thing is, everybody in the car was also saying, like, because even me, I was like, Mom, just put the window up. Just put the window up.
Just roll that window up, Mom. Come on.
Lion, bro.
And you know what? She had to get that one last picture, and then she was like, okay, I got it. Fine.
Do you remember that picture of Mike Tyson when he was the heavyweight champ of the world at 20 years old with a tiger on a chain? It might have been after he was the champ.
He still has the tiger.
Older, he's in his underwear, bro.
Yeah.
With a white Bengal tiger on a chain. Like, that dude is not scared of anything, I don't think. He probably knocked that tiger out.
It'd just be like, listen here. Listen here.
I wonder. Can you imagine just fucking...
If he hit the right spot, I think he does have the strength to daze it. I don't know about full-blown knock it out, but it's possible.
He'd hurt it, I think.
It'd be just enough that he'd be able to fuck off.
Yeah.
Right?
I think
the tiger would think twice after getting clouded. That's for sure.
Oh yeah,
quite the wallop.
That big.
He'd be surprised. That'd be for sure.
Yeah, the tiger would be like,
"Oh my god, you actually hit me?
Yeah,
you hit me. You're a human, and I'm a tiger, and you just punched me.
Yeah, and I felt it.
Like you ever see gorillas too when they're moving, like the muscle mass on them.
Yeah, well, that's like a silverback. You see them sit there on their ass and they're just eating some leaves and they look kind of chubby. But then all of a sudden they flex as they get up and you can see the shoulder muscles and you're like, wow.
The thing would just twist your head right around with a swat.
Oh yeah.
Chimpanzees are like 10 times as strong as a man.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how strong a gorilla is?
Yeah, really.
Oh, it's
orangutans too. Orangutans are super strong.
Yeah. Well, all those monkeys are fucking bananas. But
well, I mean, it's because they're wild animals. They live in the wild. I mean, we're like, no matter how much we go to the gym and everything else, we don't have to fight to survive. We'll never be as tough as a wild animal.
Well, that's everybody goes, like, you wonder how they get strong. You're like, man, they swing from tree to tree on vines
all day long.
You know how fucking strong you got to be to do that?
Yeah.
Get on the monkey bar, see how long you can do it for.
I mean, just
you might get a cross.
From the time they wake up until they go to sleep, they're either fighting to survive from predators or just, working their asses off gathering food. I mean,
there's no time to get fat.
No.
You don't get to get. If you get squishy in the chimp world, you die.
Well, I mean, considering like if one tribe of chimps wander into the territory of another group, the other group will literally rip the flesh off them and eat them.
Yeah.
Except prove who's dominant.
Except for bonobos.
Yeah, well, they got a whole different thing going on.
Bonobo monkeys they just all fuck each other.
Yeah, that's how they relieve stress. They just
gay, straight, doesn't matter. They only have one rule.
Gotta have a hole.
No, the mother won't do it with the kids.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's
reasonable.
It.
Other than
that, have some. At least there's some values left.
Yeah, like any disagreements, they literally settle it with sex.
Yeah. It's a working.
There might be something to take from that.
They're peaceful, passive creatures.
Yes, that seems very peaceful.
Right?
Well, that's this thing. They don't have enough energy left to fight. They're just doing that all day long.
Just laying there like, oh my God, I'm so done with this day.
They're always fucking and gathering food.
6 times so far.
I'm like, oh, my back. Fuck.
My dick is so sore.
Oh, God.
They'll have like that one chimp who's like the doctor of the bunch. So you just walk over and show it to him. He'd be like, no, it's just rug burn.
You just take a day off. Just take a day or two off.
Just slow down. The trees.
Give it up. I was talking to Johnny tonight. He's taking Tara out for romantic wine and dinner evening.
So I'm assuming then the wine comes from a box, and dinner would be like hot dogs, burgers, maybe.
Hungry man dinners.
Oh, wow!
Salisbury steak, probably.
Oh, well, I didn't think he'd step up to the chicken because that comes with that really nice brownie dessert. That's pretty top shelf.
What comes in the Salisbury steak?
Salisbury steak is like an apple crisp thingy for a dessert. I think. Shut up, nothing wrong with that. Apple, cinnamon, oatmeal, good. It's all good.
I'm more disgusted about the Hungry Man dinners.
Oh
yeah. No, I'm not talking about the dessert. I'm talking about microwavable dinners. I can't believe that those were a thing for a long time.
They
were like, yeah, but they were really big when they first.
Oh yeah,
if you look at the old black and white commercials from the 50s, everybody's like, "This is the future."
Yeah, everybody just eating
with the brand new microwave. You just put it in, and within a minute, you have a full meal.
Going to the grocery store was buying 80 packs of fucking instant dinners.
But you got to think about it back in the 50s and 60s when they really started getting big. I mean, you got to look at what it was like for a housewife before that, and the amount of prep and making all
everything
meals
was scratch
and then all of a sudden you could have this little tray. You throw in this magical microwave device, and within a couple of minutes, you have an entire meal. It blew people's minds.
Well, everything then was scratch made. Everything.
Yeah, for sure.
There was no going to the store and buying pre-made dough or any of that stuff.
Well, by the 50s, they still had some of that, but it'd come in a box, and you just have to add water. And the same way you do with certain things you get now, like those
pancake mix.
Instant pancake mixes and stuff. They still had stuff like that by the time the 50s came.
Love pancakes.
I do like a good pancake. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
fucking right.
I am on board with a good pancake.
I'll make you a pancake, brother. I'm pretty good at pancakes.
All right, man. I mean, I'm not bad at one. But
Chris, do you remember the story about how scientists figured out microwave could cook food?
I don't remember, no.
They were working with microwave communication devices in the lab, and a guy had a chocolate bar in his front pocket, and he was standing in front of the emitter.
Right.
And the microwave started to melt the chocolate bar, and all of a sudden they realized that the microwave excited the water molecules and actually caused them.
Yeah, because it just makes the water molecules vibrate.
Yeah,
and then that heats the food.
That's what heat
friction.
Heat is it's not friction. Heat is literally the movement of molecules and atoms on the subatomic level. Their vibration is how hot they are. If they're moving slower, they're colder. If they're vibrating,
if they're moving fast, they're hot.
Yeah. So the microwaves literally excite them and make them vibrate quicker, which in turn
heats up the
is
food.
Heat.
Yeah.
So basically, your microwave oven makes your food horny.
It excites water.
It excites your food.
Mostly water. That's why things that have a lot more water content heat up quicker in a microwave.
That's why it's also very important when you put leftover chicken in the microwave to just let the water from the tap run over your fingers and just flick the chicken. And then when you turn the microwave on, your chicken doesn't come out bone ass fucking dry.
Oh yeah, because you get this almost hard layer over the top.
The crust, the chicken breast crust.
Yeah.
But if you flick a few drops of water on there, it just kind of helps everything stay moist. And
it also brings like if you got a loaf of bread and you only got a couple pieces left and you didn't have it closed enough, and you know how that bread dries a bit out, you
gets
want
hard,
nice, fresh, soft bread.
Yeah.
You throw it in the microwave, and any bit of water that is left in there turns to steam and actually steams it and brings the softness back to it.
Yeah.
I've tried that.
Same thing with marijuana. If your marijuana is really, really wet and sticky, just put it in the microwave for about 6 seconds. Depending on the strength of your microwave now, results may vary. Don't get mad at me if you end up ruining a batch of weed.
Or your microwave.
Yeah. But it can work if you pay attention properly.
And don't do it if your weed is wrapped up in tinfoil. Just a heads up.
No, keep the metal objects out of the microwave.
Yeah, you can't put metal objects in the microwave.
No,
that's not how it works.
Or grapes. No.
Ed, we were looking at crossbows.
And
yeah,
it's Joe.
Very cool.
There are some pretty crazy looking designs out there.
Come a long way since the last time I looked at crossbows.
They're a whole different ball game now.
They are not the same. Like,
they're very cool.
Slim down a lot, not nearly as wide.
Like even at max width, they're like 14 inches.
Yeah, like they've taken the arms and folded them in somehow and made them work that way. Like
I've seen cams do all the work.
I've seen some of the new ones that don't even have arms.
Yeah.
They're literally using massive coil springs. And pulleys.
That's crazy, man.
Like they're just ridiculously powerful.
Yeah. Like even just the average ones we were looking at were like 400 feet per second. And 180 something pound draw, like
185 pound draw weight.
Yeah, that's insane. See,
you gotta step on that, son.
Get the arms into it. See,
get them delts working. You know what I mean?
Well, in that kind of situation, Chris, you almost just want to keep your arms in a stationary position and let your hips and everything
your back,
drive up through, almost like you're standing up. As opposed to leaning back.
Use all your back muscles to
When I was looking at crossbows actually too, and I got distracted with the ones that didn't have arms and were using coil springs and everything for their power.
Yeah,
and,
they got winders.
Ended up coming across a video of a guy who made what he called a ballista in his backyard. He used car coil springs instead of the big arms. He used car coil springs, and he was shooting like big old chunks of rebar.
Yeah, I bet.
No shit. It was insane, man. It was insane.
That's crazy, man.
That's a lot of built up that's a lot of stored kinetic energy in that.
That's like a catapult.
Man. Yeah.
Well,
exactly
I mean,
ballista
is basically a giant crossbow back in the day, right? Except
huge.
Now, instead of having those arms, he got these two car coil springs with a pulley system and like metal cable that launches the bolt that he made out of a piece of rebar. Like it's unreal.
That's insane, man.
Right? And he had it all set up on a turret so he could like spin it around and aim it. And all of a sudden,
and yet they want to say a 12 gauge is too powerful.
Yeah. Bro, do you imagine shooting a deer with that thing?
What deer?
What deer?
Just pass right through them.
What you want to do is get a couple in a line and make a deer kebab.
Yeah.
Just go over, skin them, and roast them.
Put them right on the spit right there.
Just like that. Yeah. Yeah. We got some turkey plans.
Oh, yeah.
Gobble, 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 some legit ones. And I've been seeing a lot of turkeys.
I can't wait to see some turkeys.
15 every morning in the same field.
I can tell you something.
And I know the tree line that they
single
walk.
Digits.
Yeah. I know the tree line that they walk.
Perfect.
Yeah. You know what's going to happen, right? As soon as you're ready and you goes out there, you're not going to see a one.
Don't say that, Ed.
I'm just going by our luck.
I know, yeah, that's true.
Our track record doesn't lie.
All those times at the Marianne Bog where we'd go up and carry gear up and there'd be like 40 geese, and then we go up hunting, wouldn't be a fuck goose.
No.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's like even lately, like every time I went up to get anything or just up in that general area, they're everywhere up there. But as soon as you go up with a shotgun, it's like they can smell the gunpowder or something. Like it's just.
Yeah.
Must
Are
be
you and Tyler going to go up
Spooky.
at that anytime soon, or?
We're talking about it. We need to make another trip up. See what.
Less talky, more action.
Yeah, well, I don't have any way to get up there. I have to rely on other people. This is the problem.
You 2 feet in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine
Stuff you took the Sunfire through. I'm sure you could take your vehicle up there.
Not the one I got now. It's a Hyundai.
So?
Oh God.
It wouldn't make it 10 feet up that trail.
No.
One thing about the Sunfires, they might have been cheap, but they were also very heavily built with suspension.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Like they were dirt simple.
What's the cabin like up there now, anyway?
Oh, brother.
Well, other than the boys kicking the door in, it's still pretty good.
Who kicked the door in?
Johnny and Mike and them.
Why?
All because they couldn't get in. They were up in the area. They didn't have the keys, so they kicked the door in. I don't think it was Johnny. I think it was Greg and Mike. Something like that. I'm not sure now who it was. Because I heard about it.
Yeah, nice. But
so that's
either way,
that's when me and Tyler went up last time, and we just got anything that was anything that was inside or was underneath of any bit of value. We got out of there.
Okay, good.
For now, yeah.
Get the eater and stuff out of there and all that shit.
Yeah.
I think there's a bag of decoys up there too, somewhere in the trees.
It's behind the blind.
Yeah, it is behind the blind.
Behind the blind in the trees. Now we never went down to the blind. Like we looked at the blind, but we didn't go in around.
There's a little kind of like a pad just right behind the blind.
Yeah.
And right directly behind the blind, there's a little crop up of trees, and they're in that little crop up of trees.
Yeah.
Okay.
There'll be a bag of decoys in there. There'll be some golden eyes in there, I think.
Yes. And I think your flappers are in there too.
No.
Maybe.
No, I would have took those with me.
Not your electronic ones. Yeah.
Oh, the other ones. Yeah. No, I got those here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or at least no, actually they're in Deer Lake.
I took out my lay down blind today just to make sure everything's all nice tickety boo still. Hey, yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. I oiled the old shotgun today.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a big cleanup once I get squared away up there.
I did a good job like cleaning it up before I left, but I usually oil it like every 6 months, like heavy coat all the way through, just to keep the rust and stuff out. And then I'll clean it before we go.
Yes, yeah.
Because we'll want to shoot it. I'll shoot it heavily oiled in the summer.
Yeah, you don't want to do that when it gets cold, though. That's just asking for malfunctions.
No, I shoot pretty dry in the cold.
You got to really
like a pretty
The oil gets kind of thick and gummy.
Like a real light layer with the finger, and that's all it gets. Yeah. But yeah, in the summer I'll use a bit more. Like obviously not too much, but
no, but it's a bit more forgiving in the warmer temperatures. Obviously,
I think you want it in the warmer temperatures.
You kind of
lets things move a bit better.
Yeah.
Right.
Things don't get quite so dry and hot.
It gets fucking hot up here. That's going to be a challenge for us. We're not used
especially.
Yeah. But we're not used to heat.
I'm a sweater.
Yeah, I was up there. Well, I remember when I was working up in Ontario. That was something I never could.
Well, I'm just thinking about how hot it's going to be laying in a lay-down blind.
Yeah.
Oh, hot doing anything. I remember how many times in the middle of the summer, like I'd leave my apartment, and as soon as I'd open the door to walk outside, the heat would just hit me in the face. It was like walking into an oven. I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
We're going to have to figure out a way to put some little computer fans or something in our lay-down blinds.
I'm going to
run them on a 9-volt battery or something.
Holy fuck, man. Can you imagine?
No, we're going to have to get one of those ones that, like that one that I showed you on the show a few episodes ago.
Sit-in ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Full open top. I mean, in all honesty, because we'll die, man.
Yeah,
we'll end up passing out from heat exhaustion and won't wake up.
In a little lay down blind and 40-degree heat, you're basically
with the sun
you're baking
cooking on you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, not so bad when you're turkey hunting, right? Because you're in a thicket of trees.
Well,
you're in the shade.
That and you're not in a little tiny oven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Because that's basically what that's going to be.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. We're gonna have to get some thin hunting clothes.
Pooh. Yeah.
Well, I guess you're in a lay-down blind, so you don't really need to wear too much camo, really.
Not really.
You don't have to wear any in a lay-down blind.
Just wear something that's relatively earth tone. That's all.
Earth toned, yeah.
All right, well, that's lying there naked for you care.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's not so bad then.
Well, I mean, the areas we're gonna go, it's gonna be easy walking to get in or out. So we could literally go in shorts and a pair of hiking boots.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I just got to finally assemble that pack U. Remember that, Ed?
The what?
The pack U that I wanted to build. The personal air conditioning unit.
Oh, fuck.
It's a collar that you put around your neck. And on the back of it, it's got little fans. And the fans blow down into the back of your shirt, the cool air.
Brother, where do you come up with this shit?
I don't know. Same time I came up with this, why they don't have a dock for your TV remote so that you can charge it. And then when you can't find it, you push the fucking page button and the remote goes beep, beep, beep,
That's actually
beep, beep.
A really good idea.
Yeah, the thing that goes around your neck is already invented. Yeah. The remote thing is pretty cool. Oh, yes, I used to see them when I was younger.
Yeah, but I still want to
little
assemble
plastic things that just go around your neck with some fans, blows down the back of your neck and stuff. Because you have a bit of cold air blowing across the back of your neck, it makes a big difference.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Very much.
But yeah, I mean the remote thing, I've been wanting to make one of those for years.
Yeah.
Why they don't come with rechargeable battery packs like a wireless phone?
It's probably because the batteries last so damn long. Because a remote control for a TV nowadays it's not heavily used.
Right? Yeah, I guess it doesn't use much power to do it though. Like the functions it has.
Almost no power for
but that's what I mean. You knock it down to just 2 AA batteries. Right? You look at a portable phone, it's got 4 that are all bound together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so it's a remote, so knock it down to just 2 AAA batteries.
Yeah.
That have a dock. It'd be great.
Oh, I'd love it just for the paging feature.
I get your idea, and it would make a lot of sense. I think it's just that the only reason they haven't bothered to do it is because it costs way too much, and they're not getting much out of it because batteries in a remote last for years anyway.
Yeah, I think they don't give a fuck.
The paging option, that should be in a remote. That would be wicked.
I got little tiles stuck on everything now.
Because, I mean, think about it. What do you got a remote for? A TV. And like the old ones, it wouldn't work so well with the infrared. But a lot of the newer
the laser
ones now got a wireless signal, and they don't even have the infrared emitter on them anymore. So whatever that remote is for, like usually TV or something like that, you go over to the TV and there should be a page button. All of a sudden, your remote starts beeping.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, even better. Yeah, that works. Yep.
This makes sense.
Better again. Sense. I got those little tiles. I use for everything. They're called tiles, but they're little square keychain things that go in your keys. You can get a credit card one that goes in your wallet, and then that way if you lose, like if you can't find your wallet, you just go to your phone, hit the button in the tile app, and it'll ring wherever it is, or it'll show you on GPS.
Yeah, it
so
actually has
if I forget it in my truck, I can look and be like, if I don't hear it, I can be like, oh, it's up. Okay. Super convenient.
Yeah.
Big time. All right, folks, should we call it a show?
Can if you like, bro.
Yeah, sounds good.
It's to you, man.
All right, folks, thanks for watching.
Yeah, glad to see you come back, Ed. We're glad to see you came back as well.
Yeah, well,
nice and squared away.
Actually, be around more often now. Since
we get you. Yeah, once you get squared away, we'll get you into.
We'll get you out of that dungeon too. Get you into a place with a bit of light, and
well, a lot of
get those chains off you
right now,
or even get you in the background there, like we were gonna.
Yeah.
For most shows, you know what I mean. So
you should wrap yourself in that blanket next time. You could be like Super Newf. Yeah,
that's a sick name.
Oh, Chris, were you remember over at the old apartment back in Riverbank back in the day?
Yeah.
I think you were there that time. I came into the washroom and the linen closet door was open a little bit. I seen the Skidoo helmet in there, so I threw it on and I put the towel around my back.
Yeah.
Came out as special ed.
Special ed. It was really fucking funny, man.
That's pretty super good. Funny. I like that. Yeah, that's a good one. And that's a good way to end the show.
Yeah.
Special ed has called it for the night.
All right, folks. Thanks for watching.
Absolutely. We'll see you again soon. Love you, everybody.
See you later.
Good night.
Night.